Goldberg. I'm the owner of Cheer Sticks in the USA. I'm here with Simon Nash. Hello. We're currently in Beijing, China, and we're standing at the gates of Beijing Pizzazz Stick Balloon Company factory. The Beijing Pizzazz factory is the ones that makes all the team merchandise and all the cheer accessories and the balloons for Cheer Sticks in the USA. And we're making this video to give you an introduction of our situation here. The factory is located in Beijing, China, just north of the 6th Ring Road, and we are located in a factory town. If you look down this way, those are all factories down there. There's probably about 6 or 7 streets like that are all factories. You go back down this way, go back down that way, those are all factories as well. Those two guys, we've got 3 yards here. We've got 3 yards, and the gate that I'm standing at is one of our yards. The second guy and the third guy, those are our yards as well. Let this guy pass here. These 3 yards, we have the direct license from the Chinese government. We've got a 16 years left on our lease with them. And in China, you're not allowed to own the land, but you are allowed to own the buildings on the land. All the buildings that you're going to see on this land is what I've built here myself over the past 5 to 7 years. And I lease these directly from the Chinese government, and that has value. For example, let me show you this yard over here. Come on. This is pretty much an empty yard. This is pretty much an empty yard with a gutted out building that somebody has just started to build on. This yard has a 15-year lease on it directly from the government, and the guy just paid $50,000 to take up the 15-year lease on that. So I'm going to take you back in and show you the factories that we've got. Okay, we're walking in the front gate. Got the guard shack over there. My one truck, all of these here, working areas. This is the bathroom there for what we call the new factory area. Come back around, this is the yard where everybody's at. Buildings, another one of our cars. That's the waste room. I take in one of our flip-flop warehouses. Hopefully we won't get too dark. But all of this is stock of the 1-layer flip-flops that we've got. You don't have to hide. That is all stock for the 1-layer flip-flops. And then we come out here. There's Simon.
Yep.
This here is our photo room off to the right, and the filling station for blowing up the cheer bears. And here we have our worker in the photo shop taking pictures of samples. Nice samples. Back behind him is where they do all the filling for the cotton fiber that goes into the cheer bears and the squishy footballs that we make. Right across the way is our big warehouse. A lot of fabric here. Store our boxes. And that is the big warehouse. We're going to start taking in here to the factory area. Look down the side. Go into the factory area. Got everybody working here. Got a room full of people out there. This is the computer room. This is the computer room. This lady here is Linda. Linda does all the worker production reports on worker productivity for the day shift, the night shift. This is our cheerleader hall of fame. Say hello, girls. Hello. All right. Over here on the corner is Liaishang. He's the one who receives the orders from the United States. Got a very nice Apple computer there. After the files were received here by Liaishang, he takes them over here to our two big printers, and he gives them to the computer printer operators, and they print out the design. We use a system here called dye sublimation. Dye sublimation, and he's printing out a design that I just gave them about 10 minutes ago, and we're going to make that product. We'll be sending you some links so that you can see those later. But after we print out the product, after we print out the design on the paper, we take it over to the rotating heat press. That's another printer there, but it's under wraps because we don't need it at the minute, and that's paper and ink waiting to be used. We go in here and we go to the rotating heat press, and these guys are pressing. We're making lanyards. That's the printed paper, and he's putting the strips of the lanyard material onto the printed paper. These guys are feeding it into the rotating heat press machine. And we look on the other side. Whoop, sorry, we're going to do it on this side. You can see that it's printed. Anyway, that's how you make a lanyard. If we go over to this table, these guys are making the one-layer flip-flops. These have just been printed over there on those heat press machines. And now he's pulling the straps through with the little doohickey they use on that. Never knew how they got those straps in there until I saw that little doohickey, and that is a slick little tool. These guys in here do all the rotating heat press and the cutting. After the material is cut, they bring it out here to the sewers.